Okay, so I've had some issues with the, Hello, Q, welcome to stream. I had some issues with my spades machine, and Look, my ace had to figure it out, then they got a phone call. It was just a catastrophe. Of which, to elaborate on that dare lore, I found out what the space agency I stole my ship was from, or was called. Apparently spades. Yeah, I totally wasn't just hanging out with a very fun friend for the past 20 minutes as I set up. Yeah, anyway, um, to make that all worth it, I'll divulge on the lore I found. Hold up, I need to see the chat. There we go. Oh. It's a little scuffed today. Wait. I'm confused. What happened? Why does Q owe you emotional compensation? Okay, fair enough. Maybe not fair, but okay. I totally didn't forget how loud a thing was going to be. I'm launching up the game and I'm not, like, even halfway ready. Yeah, no, that's valid. That is a valid reason. Alright, so... One, I'm gonna go till about 8 today, because one, I know I'm a little late, and two, because before I get into the game, I do wanna splurge on the random spades bullshit. So, yeah, I'm there. Where did I get my space, or my ship that travels through space and time? I stole it. I got abducted. It was consensual. Long story short, I got bored of that place, so I stole their spaceship. What are they gonna do? Kill me? I'm the last known species, or I'm the last one of my kind alive that we know of. So to be clear, SPADES stands for Standard Paradox Assessment to an Dimensional Extent. That's the corporate bastards I stole the ship from. Now, ACE, technically AICE, it's just my Artificial Intelligence Coordinator Engineer. Currently, I do not have a physical representation of them yet, due to some budget cuts to my recording software. But that will be changing, I hope soon. It's a matter of if I could get it down on paper. Anyway, Ace is like my little AI dude. Yeah. So, we're gonna swap to this. And I'm going to hope... That's the wrong one. This one. That once I set this up, I won't ever have to change it again. There we go. Okay. Game, can you do your thing? Yes! It worked! So while I was on the phone call with my very fun and favorite streamer. Uh, they were like, "Do I get a suggestion in?" And I'm like, "Fuck it, yeah, why not? I haven't slept. It's chaos today. Chaos shall reign." Alright. I have recorded my last playthrough of this, and I cried during my first ever playthrough of this. So now I get to do a third playthrough and stream it, because, well, it's what they wanted to watch in the background while they do stuff. So, this will be a VOD. Oh, that reminds me, I should actually set up me streaming on YouTube at some point so my mom can join in the fun. Because this is a game she'd probably get really invested in. And she's the type of person who would watch it because I asked her to watch it. I did not set up my chat right. Fuck. Yes. Yes, game. Game, I got it. Settings. Display. Fuck. No, quit. What is this? So, this is Enderal Forgotten Stories. Now, the people who have, it might be very loud. I'm gonna go back to this page. So, the people who created it created two other completely remodded video games. So, Morrowind and Oblivion both have a prequel to this game. I don't think it goes as far back as, like, Daggerfall does, but, like, if I check their Steam, actually, because I can find it through there. So, yeah, these people are called Sure AI, and they have, among doing their own video games, they have completely remodded Skyrim and used it as a video game engine. Actually, I can bring y'all along for this journey. Yeah, so Sure AI, from the looks of it, honestly, fun as hell. I thought this was an AI website that just had articles on Enderal. No, this is their actual wiki. And the actual name of their company is Sure AI. Or publisher or whatever. But yeah, Enderal. Is a total conversion mod for Skyrim Special Edition. Before this, they have Narum, which is for Oblivion. So, for example, before the remaster came out, you'd actually might want to play Narum. This kind of makes me want to get the... How much is Oblivion? Not the remastered. How much is the non... Okay. Only 15 bucks? Okay, that's a lot more achievable. Anyway, so yeah. No. What the hell? Show me everything! Where the fuck is... That's the featured list. Okay, here we are. Yeah, so... Oh, is it not gonna show the other one? Okay. Ah. No. No. Ah. I could have sworn there was a prequel. Okay. Well, whatever. Yeah. I need to adjust a... Oh! I can... I can make the game look better on my end. Windowed borderless. There we go. Okay, let's see how I can do on very high graphics. Because apparently I wasn't playing with that. Alright. Save those settings. Now I launch the game. Hopefully. It depends on if it crashes or if it doesn't. Also, you're only ever seeing at 60 frames per second anyway, so I'm not too concerned about that. Alright, everything's set up. Fuck. I have to... There we go. Okay, I need to do the new one. Oh, wait. Aha! There we go. So I did a run where I had just spent hours playing this game, because my god, do I love it. To the point where it actually wrecked my voice, because I was not just recording Enderal, I was living my life. So, this is how we start. No customization. We're just thrown into it. There are a few things around here that are interesting to look at. Yeah, there's horsies. There's also a shack. A burnt down house. A book. Meet his life. Even then, even the Ash people who are populating this world before us knew that. Each time they killed an enemy in a battle, they tore out the liver and heart of the fallen and ate them together with their family. By doing so, just as everyone knows, the strength of the beaten enemy is passed on. But as we are living in a time in which eating fellows is nonsensically seen as barbaric, we, the friends of the bloody meat, have to set up our animal sources. I just gotta double check something, because I'm now just realizing I didn't check to see if the audio is working. No. Is it? Like, actually, it might be. And I just didn't rename the thing. I didn't rename the thing. Of course I didn't. You hear piano. Yeah, you should be hearing that. I just didn't have it labeled as that, so I thought it was something different. I typically name my sources in OBS as like Skyrim audio, game audio, Honkai audio. And for Skyrim, since this is through the Skyrim engine, this is with the Skyrim one I'm using. That's what I spent 20 minutes setting up, as well as hanging out with someone. I has a book. I pick up the book. My phone happens to go off. I didn't get water. Do I have a water bottle back there? I do have a water bottle back there. Enjoy the hoisies while I get a bottle of water. With my ADHD being as bad as it is, go get snacks and drink. Alright, since we're just barely starting. Alright. We'll just do a little, Okay. I'll get proper stuff. I haven't slept. I gotta take care of my other needs at least. Alright, I'll be back. I have fruit snacks. For once, the actual name brand, Mott's I think is the name brand. I consider the name brand. Fruit snacks. That actually have like real fruit juice and stuff in it. These were on sale and are both fruit and veggie. Of course, a shit ton of sugar. But I also have a tomato that I'm going to be eating with salt. Why? Because that is one of my favorite snacks that I don't really get to eat often because it's so fucking juicy. But I have paper towels, so I will be fine. Once I get settled in, that is. Yeah. God, it's like 200 degrees in my room. Alright. Hello, hello. Welcome to stream. So I want to say thanks to Q for pinning the message that I had left in chat. Alright, so Bara, at least that's what I'm gonna call you. If you have a different name preference, do let me know. I elaborated this before I went AFK. What I am playing is not Skyrim, but also it's the Skyrim game engine. It is a complete, I would call it a remaster, but it's not a remaster, it's its own game. Yeah. I haven't slept, so this is the most chaotic of me you're likely gonna see for a while. Unless I don't sleep again this week. That would suck. Alright. Yeah, I had read a book and then realized I didn't have water. I now have tropical fruit punch. That is water, just with sugar mixed in. Burb. So far, we haven't created our character. And yeah, I'm walking around in the game. Oh, that's so pretty. Noise, and also noise. Yeah, this is a, I set the graphics up high. I don't have the best graphics card in the world, but it's a 3060, so I'm not going to be complaining. Especially compared to what I had before. Oh Lord, our Maker, I can hear you calling. I feel your love. I know about your sacrifice. Without you, I'm nothing. A twig on the currents of time, a sheep without its shepherd. Free me from my vices and forgive me for my trespasses. Forgive too my wife and my child. Deliver me from my pains and bless us with your everlasting mercy. Yeah, I have technically played this game twice already. I did one run, and then I realized in the main storyline, I wasn't able to romance either of the two choices I had to romance up until that point. And I was a bit pissed. And then the second time I did it, I was like, you know what, I'll record it and I'll upload the VODs later. Those VODs are still sitting on my desk and they're about 30 hours of footage. Actually, no, they're probably about 80 hours of footage, because I think the thing had doubled. So because of the way I am, I will not pronouncing that word, but I will say, hello, Father.
Oh, hey there. I didn't see you coming. So, how did it go? Did you find it?
No. What is this place? Where are we?
Where are we? We're at home, silly. Where else would we be? Just mommy, sister, you and me. Now tell me, how did it go? Did you find it?
No, I didn't.
No? pity. Maybe you're simply looking in the wrong places. Did you ever think of that? Oh well, who knows? Say, why don't you go inside and see if you can help Mommy with the cooking? The Creator was kind to us today and sent a big fat elk right in front of my bow. All right?
Alright. Got a nice look at the view here. There's not much to the view here. Oh, we can see the butchering room. That's nice. I will say, not all areas of this game are completed. So I might find locked doors that actually lead to nowhere. And this run, I will be exploring this game. Oh, I was expecting a loading screen. Too used to Skyrim. What's it saying? ADHD is kicking my ass. That's fine. I started late today, so probably for 2.5 hours-ish. Right now it's like 5:51 p.m. for me. I typically start at 5. I typically end at 7 p.m. EST, but I will likely be streaming till 8 p.m. EST due to my delay of today. But don't worry, there will be a VOD, and the VOD will also be up on YouTube within this week. I want to say later today, but I haven't slept, so that's likely not going to happen. Probably tomorrow or the next day it'll be up. Alright, well there's the elk. What else is around here? Be honest, I'm going to be using a lot of console commands here, just because I want to explore the areas I'm not allowed to explore in right now. So, believe it or not, without a character, I can save. What? Oh, there is more to this. Okay. Neat. Store? Okay. Up here? Honestly, what I expected, but also disappointed. Alright.
My, I totally forgot what a mess I left here. But I was right, wasn't I? A real gem we've got here. Well then, let's waste no more time and get to it, shall we?
But what about Mommy and Sister?
What? Now would you look at that? I totally forgot about them. They're dead, don't you remember? You murdered them back then, both of them. But hey, no use crying over spilled milk, right? At least this means there's more meat for the two of us. You still remember how to do this, right? First, off with the skin. Slice up the belly, then out with the entrails. I'll look for a nice sharp knife in the meantime, to cut off the head. I don't think either of us wants to eat that, do we?
But I didn't kill them, Father. It was the masked man.
Oh, silly, what's this again? We both know that's a lie. You did it. I remember it all. First, you set this horrible fire to your sister's crib. She screamed and screamed, and Mommy heard it, but when she finally got there, nothing was left of her but burnt flesh. And, oh gosh, do we really need to go through this again? You know how sad it makes me when you do this. You killed them, period. No matter how often you tell me you didn't, it changes nothing. You hear me? Nothing. Now please, let's start cooking. I'm so bloody damn hungry.
But I didn't kill them, Father. It was the masked man.
Oh, by the Creator's name, why are you telling these lies? Isn't it enough that you murdered us? Do you really have to bother me over and over with your stupid, pathetic, and pointless whining? You know, sometimes I wish the Creator would have made me just a little less merciful. Just a little less pious. Because then I would have realized that you were tainted by sin long before any of this had ever happened. And instead of raising you, feeding you, and loving you like a father does, I would have put you in the horse trough right after you were born. Yes, I should have killed you. I should have just killed you. Just like you killed us. And now, you think you're safe because we're all under the earth, don't you? Well, listen up, my child. You are wrong. And do you know why? Because the dead don't forget. Do you hear me? The dead don't forget. Now enough of this useless chatter. I'm bloody starving. Bring me the meat, you spoiled brat. Bring it to me. Bring me a nice crisp piece of meat.
Me probably eating a tomato is probably not the best audio.
Bring me a nice crisp piece of meat. Bring me a nice crisp piece of meat.
Let's begin with a question. It might sound simple to you at first, but I pray you to think about it. What distinguishes a free man from a...
I'm going to the screen because I know how loud it is. We're skipping the cutscene because it is 10 times the volume of everything in the game. I'll put my earbud close to the mic. Listening to a cutscene that is way too loud for anyone to hear. This is a cutscene I forget about each time I've played it. And people tend to explain it. Sounds like a challenge. Yeah. For my eardrums. Especially when I'm also trying to eat a tomato with salt. Alright. So, because I, want to actually finally hear this cutscene. I'm gonna go look it up. Okay. This is made by the people who made it. No, 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 no. Okay. This is it to the wrong thing. Properties. Okay. It's a very beautiful cutscene. Mm-hmm. Sorry. I enjoy Jake Daniels' music, but I'm not looking to get copy striked. But yeah, that was the cutscene. I have no clue. Alright. I finished my tomato snack. I need to also... Okay. Alright. So, this is literally right after the cutscene. There was one line of dialogue. It's like, uh, you'll bring attention to us or something.
The entire ship or what?
Yeah, I was essentially being told to shut up or
Well, sorry.
stuff.
That was a bit harsh. I'm just nervous, that's all. It was that dream again, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Uh-huh. Seriously, if we had a penny for every night since we met where you woke up screaming, we'd probably be traveling to Enderal in our own starship and... well, not like this. Some things never change, I guess. Do you ever ask yourself if maybe you blame yourself for all of this? For what happened to your family, I mean?
I don't know. Maybe. But even if I do, what difference does it make?
None. You're right. But Who knows? Maybe everything is going to be different now. It's strange, isn't it? The way life sometimes goes. Now, if you had told me that a few weeks ago, I would have at the very least called you insane. But if the stories are true, there's no better place for a fresh start. Can you believe it? Apparently there aren't even any slaves on Enderal. It's amazing. Only this whole blind passenger thing is making my head ache.
Can we stat this guy? No, he's our long life friend. Apparently. Look, me too, but we're going to pay our debt as soon as we have earned some money over here.
We're talking about 500 pennies here. Even if we're able to find a job over there, we will still need the money for ourselves. Don't fool yourself. What we're doing here is theft. Unfortunately. But anyway, what's done is done. I just hope the Endralians are easier on Outlanders than the Neremes are. Your mother was a fugitive as well, wasn't she? Where exactly did she come from? You've told me 100 times, but I just keep on forgetting it.
So, now we're in Character Creator. I'm just gonna double check something. Okay, that's still the way it is. Save that one. Hey. How rude. Just because it's not your preference doesn't mean it's a face only a mother could love. I gotta shake up my drink. Because it's more tropical punch. With vitamins and shit. With a healthy dose of sugar. Very good. Okay. So, here we get some lore around the stories. Or some story lore about the races. We have Eterna. Native to the swampy continent, Myoranth, the destruction land caused by decades of war, forced many Eterna to escape to other countries, where various destinies awaited them. Some pursued and disregarded them because of their innate magic talent. Some revered them for it. Many Eterna earn their life as traveling minstrels. Half Eterna start with a bonus for elementalism, entropy, mana, and enchanting. So this is a good mage build. Of which many traveling minstrels, traveling merchants. This is one that I did not come across much, so I'm gonna butcher its pronunciation. Arazielin. Originating in the barren and steppe-like continent, Araziel, Arazielin people are a divided people. While the nomadic natives live in the steppe mountains, their panstatic traditions, the coastal inhabitants regard them as primitive and struggle for recognition as a fully fledged part of the civilized world. Half Arazielin start with a bonus on heavy armor, two-handed, health, and handcraft. Handcraft is the smithery. The smithery. That's how I describe that. Kalayan. As a secluded people, the inhabitants of Belt of Calais are said to have reclusive mind. Kalayans are deemed as blessed businessman, rumor that can be ascribed to the Blue Island Coalition, which is Vin's biggest trading company. It is located in Calais. Among other things, half-clans start with a bonus on rhetorics, carrying capacity, sleight of hand, and marksman. So, very persuasive, could also be a very good rogue. Aquarian. Probably slam during this one as well, but more common. Quarians originate from the namesake desert continent, which is said to be both barren and inhospitable. At the same time, is known as the cradle of science, mysticism, and culture. While many foreign countries admire Quira for its advanced culture, they are often deemed as heretical and immoral. I guess you could say you do, Q. Yeah. Especially on religious continents like Enderal, half Quarian, half Quarians start with a bonus on light armor, one-handed stamina, and alchemy. I was going to go what I could make the most, like, dare in mind person. But I think there's no, like... Is there a paler than pale? No. Paler. No, come on. I doubt it. Yeah, as effective as I was thinking. I could go gray. Yeah, we're on an island, so it doesn't make sense that I'd be pale anyway. So I can kind of be anything. Q, shall I be a half Quarian? Yes, I can be. I've played this game 3 times now. Do you have a preference? I'm trying to be nice for once. I say this as I stare at a pack of gummies. There we go. Yeah, and I'm trying to be nice again. Do you have a choice or not? Okay. Male or female Q? Alright. Damn, I can be really built. Is that really like the only scar I can get for that eye? That would be a yes. Oh, Q. Does this man look pale to you? Like... Alright, I'll make him pale. Or do you want a different skin tone? Do you want him slightly darker, very dark, burnt umber? Alright. Skin tone doesn't change much anyway. Oh, that kinda looks sick. Yeah, because none of the races have a really pale, like... You look at the wood on the screen, then you look at my avatar, there was no in-between that with any of the races. At the most, I could be a gray elf. And even then, I don't know if I'd call that gray. Okay, we shall keep the blind eye then. I think I'm gonna stick with this tattoo pattern. It brings out his eye the most. Or I can make it blend in more. Nah, I like it popping. I'm just doing some kind of random adjustments. Okay, from the looks of it, we have red. We're in the character customization. I am a Quirian because it starts with a Q. Oh! No, there was like a good 15 minutes of content you have missed. Okay. There's a reason why VODs exist. Alright, shall leave it at that, I say, as I open another packet of gummy. Okay. Hard to tell what color eye that is. I don't know, I like that color. non-existent. Pissed. Relax, pissed. They're all just gonna appear in that angrier shape. Alright. Those look decent. I wish there was a bit more of a brow twist. He looks so serious. He does. He also looks like a man you do not want to fuck with. Okay. Hair time. Oh my god, there are very many choices here. I think that's cornrows. They look epic. Even more epic. He looks badass. He does. I feel like I have to give him cornrows. I'm gonna double check that I'm using the proper term for that hairstyle. That would suck if I'm not. Yes, they are cornrows. Okay. I see the hairstyle a lot. Don't have a lot of people to discuss it with. There it is. Just looks hella epic. Ooh. I do like that type of facial hair. No, there's not. That's too much of, like, attempted stubble. Ooh, I do like that. There we go. Ooh, darkest of all darks. Alright, I'm going darkest of all darks. Alright. Anyone have a name for what I name this, Quarian? I'm probably pronouncing it horrendously wrong. Take your time. Um, we would go with a funny name, but he seems too serious. And our name doesn't really come up much. Gert? His name is Gert. You get hurt if you fuck with Gert.
I remember. She fled from that civil war the Black Crescent caused, didn't she? Ironic, isn't it? Seems some parents pass on their fates to their children. Anyway. Whew, I'm gonna hit the hay for an hour or so. It's your turn to stand... Wait. You hear that? Shit. Someone's coming.
Women nowadays just don't want a man to court them anymore. That's the problem. I tell ya, sometimes I long for the good old days, back when I could lift a skirt and nobody would bat an eye. Anyway, enough of the chit-chat. Now, where did I put that key?
Oh, blazes, what do they want down here? The lamp! Quickly! Put out the lamp! Good. Now, quiet.
Ah, here we go. My, it smells like Vaughtier's balls down here. Say now, what's that chest supposed to look like?
Small, with the crest of the Blue Island Coalition on it, I think.
Ah, yeah, right. That guardian knows what the captain wants it for this shortly before... Nathan, you go look upstairs. I'll see if I can find it down here.
Okay.
Oh, shit. They don't leave us any choice. We need to do something quick. You take on the old guy, I'll take the young one. Go!
Wait. Someone's dead.
Throw a hook to the face! Come on, dodge! You can do it!
Piece of shit! You'll pay for that. Fucking piece of shit! You'll pay for that. Oh, you mean business, don't you? All right, then. Regret this.
Look, I don't choose who the AI picks.
You'll regret this.
Oh man, oh man, oh man, oh man.
They got
That wasn't
hurt by
part
the
of plan.
guard. Yeah, they did.
Not at all. Oh, what in blazes are we going to do now?
Let's kill him. It's safer that way.
Kill them? Blazes, are you out of your mind? I don't want to start a new life as a murderer. This entire blind passenger thing is... Oh, by the gods, why does nothing in my life ever go as planned? Tie them up. Yes. Yes, that's it. We need to tie them up and gag them. One of them said it's not much longer until we arrive. With a little luck, no one will notice they're gone until then.
I love the delay.
Help me search. There
And
must be a
also
rope or
the
something.
illusion of choice.
I thought we were over the hump when we made it on board. It just can't ever be easy, can it?
Let's see, I have bucket, close 1, and close 2. I think close 1 looks a bit more fancy on me. It's dark. I can't see either way. I got a rope for you. Hello? I'm just gonna do a reload, see if that fixes it.
Oh man, oh man, oh man, oh man. That wasn't part of the plan.
Sure, let's time up.
Yes, yes, of course. That makes sense. One of them said it's not much longer until we arrive. With a little luck, no one will notice they're gone until then. Come on, help me search. There must be a rope or something. I thought we were over the hump. We made it on board. It just can't ever be easy, can it?
Poor lost souls. The probabilities have turned against you.
What the? Who are you?
You are confused by my sudden appearance. But my identity is irrelevant, as are you, dear Sirius. Unfortunately.
What? Oh shit, please don't tell anyone we're down here, please. We didn't mean any harm. These guys were just...
You ask that I not reveal you. For your
She's a woman
intentions
on
were
robes on a ship.
and I believe you. But sadly, it's not compassion that rules my deeds.
She's a veiled woman.
The first beat of a
I'm
wing
going to
must
assume
happen.
she's not the captain.
It is the only way the probabilities will fall into place. This is the way it has to be.
We're all
The way
dead?
It has been for eons.
Sounds about right.
I am sorry.
Wait,
What the?
what
Oh no, no!
the-
What are you doing, please? Just don't leave. We just wanted to...
What the hell? What?
Ah!
After we had left Ostian, the two of you hid in the cargo and lived on our stocks. Then when Rick and Sebald found you, you gave them a beating. And all of a sudden, a veiled woman appeared and knocked you out with wild magic. Is that about it?
Yes, I know it sounds crazy, but it's the truth. Please, my dame, we didn't have a choice. You've got to believe us. The war, we just wanted a second chance. That's all.
A second chance. Yes, I think I understand you. You wanted to start a new life in a new land. And as my ship is one of the only ships still sailing the route since the wars, you were simply forced to board without paying.
Yes, we could work for you. You know, we could scrub the deck, peel potatoes, anything to pay off our debt. And as soon as we've arrived,
Heartbreaking. How truly, truly heartbreaking. But let's be honest. You did have a choice. You could have signed on like all the others did, but you didn't. Instead, you've nested on my ship like flesh maggots, enjoying the good life while my crew actually had to earn their keep.
For having just gotten
And
a
now you're
concussion, my
feeding me
inner
this
voices are
bullshit
quite
about
loud.
veiled women and wild magic.
And
How
they're not
stupid
wrong.
do you think I am? I know your kind. You are cutthroats, filchers. At least have the guts to admit it.
no. You're wrong. Please, just let me explain.
I don't give a shit for your explanations. If there's one thing I hate more than cowards, it's people trying to pluck my heartstrings.
I'm role-playing about you
two
guys.
are scum. And there's only one kind of punishment for scum on my ship. Pull him up, Ruger.
But Captain, they...
Do it.
Of course, Captain. I'm sorry, lad. You should have stayed in their room.
But you can't do this.
Oh, believe me, I can.
No, I...
Fuck, I should have closed my eyes.
Oh, well, look at that. Someone's woken up. Rise and shine. Tie him and his friend together and feed them to the fish. Good luck in your new life, friend.
Sirius, or Silas, I think. Her name was Captain Rico, I believe. Welcome to another cutscene. This one we can listen to.
Breathe.
tell me, what is time to the dead?
Oh, no! No! I enabled that! Fuck! Ow! Oh, have I saved you guys? I thought it was! Dude, this happens to me every time I play. I get my eardrums burst too. I am so sorry. But because I listened to that one cutscene, it was coming through my you guys were hearing my headphones. So when I swapped to that screen this time, you guys were still hearing my headphones. Alright. So, ignore the fact I had to double check that that was cornrows I was talking about. We don't need that anymore. Okay, where's their... Round 2. Yeah, except this time I'm looking for a specific cutscene. Oh my god, do I not have an English version? Oh. You don't really get to understand it in either language, so... Okay, now even though that was in German, when I watched it the first time through, that's essentially what I got. Forgotten stories. Hey, you know German? Nice. I hope some of that made any sense to you. I know English. The English version made no sense to me. Until after I played it for a second time. A little bit for a third. Oh, you're kidding me. Nice. This is like the first Enderal update, or not update, but like someone playing it that I have seen in ages. Oh. Okay. This is the first cutscene. If you would like it, Q. I will paste it into chat. Yeah. Alright. Time for me to get back to the Skyrim gaming. Okay. This time... let me go back to this one. Mute that audio. That way I can press that button in case of emergencies. Okay, it should be detecting it. Game. If they have the ability to, they are allowed to. Of which, I believe I have it on a setting where people physically cannot put put links in chat, except for me. Like, maybe me and Q? Actually, Ducky, are you an editor mod? I say maybe. I don't actually know. Yeah, you are not an editor mod. Q should still be an editor mod? It makes sense. I don't see that tag. Oh well. Either way. You can try. Yeah, you can attempt. Why is this not picking up the Skyrim gameplay. I guess it works. Okay, you both can. Nice. I 100% believe Q is just trying to rickroll us with a Q link. I say that because it has 2 letter Q's in it. I don't actually think it's the case. Why is my game not showing up? Yeah, you're right. I was correct? Yeah, I was correct, and I apparently found out at the same time as Ducky. Why isn't my game being picked up? I will relaunch this game for just this. It wasn't that after the cutscene, it just didn't want to pick it up. Hey, if my power goes out, you'll either see me on Ducky's chat, or you might not see me at all, because it's a storming out, which is awesome. I love a storm. But if my power goes out, there goes stream. And there goes essentially my ability to communicate. Okay, so, yeah. After that cutscene, I woke up here. I said, what? Where am I? And, I can leave the world by tapping Y. The world between. Okay, because it's actually storming, I am taking a moment to turn out my light and open up my window curtains because it is beautiful. Oh my god. I opened up my window more. I have not seen my grass that vibrant green in ages. So, you might be wondering what that world in between was. That's our skill tree. Or rather, our skills and trees in general. Because we have quite a few. We have 3 different classes and 3 subsets per of those classes. And then we have 3 archetypes that synergize with the base 3 skills. Or base 3 classes, I should say. Yeah, it looks like that. And it kind of is, and it's kind of not. So, I'm gonna give you the rundown here. This is our character menu. You can see our health, our mana, our stamina, our arcane fever. We will find that out more later. Our XP, not really too important. Important, yeah, important. Looks cool? It is. So we have a class. So, like I said, we have base 3 classes. We have mage, rogue, and dual wielder, kind of. And they can synergize. What synergize means is they kind of combine with each other and create and as this explains, a special class. So like I could be an entropy rogue. Actually, I don't know if that's what it's called, but that's kind of what I built out to play last time in my recorded thing that I have not even uploaded. We have learning points and crafting points, and memory points. Per level up, we get a certain amount of learning points and crafting points. These are essentially how we upgrade our skills from merchants. The combat points are learning points, so everything here is a learning point. Everything here is a crafting point. And memory points are specifically for these things. So, we have assassination, which is rogue. We have focus, which is mage. And then we have, what's this called? Tempest for tank. So, two-handed, one-handed, and shield, or something along those lines. And here we have nice. Ducky, don't you have a thing to do in 10 minutes? It's just getting close to 7. You typically dip a little bit before 7. I know I'm entertaining and this is all nice and new. Yeah, have fun. See you later. So those are what I mean by like the special classes that mix with anything. I'll go over those in a moment. So we have fire, ice, and lightning. So elementist. We have mentalism and light spells, which is like healing and buff spells. Or we have dark arts, which is like sonic and entropy. Sonic is like I fuck with their mind. Entropy is I fuck with the dead. Or conjurations of such. Entropy isn't a bad class to go down. People don't like it. But also, I'm not the only entropinist. So here we have the, there's 2. Okay, I remember there being a 3rd. The 3rd one isn't unlocked yet, or I don't have a 3rd. I could just be thinking of a 3rd, and there not being an actual 3rd. So we have lycanthropy. We drink a potion to turn into a werewolf. And there's a whole thing about that. Lycanthropy. Yeah. Lycanthropy is compatible to every single style of playing rogue, assassin, mage, or warrior. Which is essentially like something of this one, something of this one, and something of this. Or not that one, this one. Yeah. So this one is a phasmalist, which works well for entropy because it allows you to construct ghostly companions for you, and the souls of the dead people, by using your knowledge in enchanting. The phasmalist can be used with every style, playing warrior, mage, rogue, and assassin. See dead people? No, conjure them from the souls of the dead, using for example, soul gems to conjure things. This is a more conjuration, like entropy type class. This one over here, lycanthropy. This is what I would call werewolf and alchemy. This one is enchanting and entropy. But yeah, it doesn't seem like there's any there yet. If you have an idea for what I should do with my 1 point, do mention it. I will just essentially be choosing what I go down for first. So, assassin, tank, or mage. Or I deal with conjuring, enchanting, or lycanthropy potions. Sirius is dead and I'm alive. I write these words, but I'm not sure if I'm understanding them at least one bit. I am on my own. Apparently I had luck. I awoke in the Valley Basin. This has to be Enderal. I'm feeling strange, feverish, and weak as hell. Weak as well. Or no. Feverish and weak. As well as strong and clear. As if a veil has been in the front of my eyes for my entire life, which is now lifted. I'm also remembering a weird dream I had before I woke up, especially in the words of the veiled woman who subdued Sirius and me in the ship's bow. It all begins with the dreams. Remember, I need answers, and I can find those most likely on shore. So I can waste a couple of minutes just trying to get stuff. I'm gonna be a juggernaut? Okay. Elaborate to me what a juggernaut is, as if I have never understood it. That's not a chest. Coin. You saw it for a second. Okay. Okay. Okay, welcome back. So, that is the Shielder class. That means I go all out for defensive. Are you sure you want me to be a juggernaut? Or wait. Yeah, okay. Nah. Okay. Yeah, so right now I can only choose, like, the first one, which is, like, do I go down the path of a physical weapon? So, like, two-handed, one-handed, and shield. Like, but I don't get to choose those yet. I only have 1 point. I need 2 to unlock a tree. I have one-handed sneak. So, like, sneak attacks, sneak attacks, sneak attacks. This likes doing one-handed. Actually, the main rogue abilities. I'll say this is the main rogue abilities. Then you have the light armor tree. And then the bow tree. I'm typically good at that. But, this is a new character. I mean, we have bonuses for it. Yeah, we have bonuses for one-handed, light armor, sneak, and alchemy. I could also go on magic of, elements, good vibes, bad vibes. Or I can do werewolf and alchemy, and, conjuring, and enchanting. But, truth be told, I can adapt to any one of these, no matter what. For now, it's just a think about it question. They're in, just like the vision. Oh, fuck. Oh, fuck. Yeah. It's gonna be a bit. I'm playing on the hardest difficulty. That's why this is gonna be a bit. Oh, wait. Aha! Shovel. Sword. Yeah, because I was fighting with bare fists. The fucker had, sharp teeth. And disease. Come on. No. Oh, that might be why. There we go. Okay. I doubt that. Their wiki isn't always the best up to date. But would their special classes be the two, like, alone ones? Okay. So, then yeah, that's not what this is talking about when it's talking about class. Yeah, if you invest 10 points into affine trees, you unlock a special class. Search the world for hints of these combinations. So, synergies are essentially this skill tree works well with this skill tree, as well as working well with maybe this skill tree. Which goes in hand for one of these. So if I go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, maybe 10, then I'm immediately going to be a phasmalist. But if I mix it with another 10 of somewhere else, I might be something different. It's possible we just don't have that up to date. Or I could be wrong and it's up to date, but, like, the game wasn't. Alright. Damn it. Motherfucker. I swear I will get there. Alright. Yeah. You want magic? Alright. To the focus tree that point goes. That's okay. That's why I kept going and also was fine with me dying. It's not a decision you want to make easily. Actually, I think I can put that away. Now raising skills with learning books. Take it up the skeleton's feet. So, as I said, learning books are these points. Crafting are these points. I'm being told to pick up a learning book. They are found in this tab. Where I eat food is also where I learn my books. This one is for One-Handed Apprentice. So, there's like 4 different levels of book to read to get up to master tier. And these books are definitely worth it to use. I kind of skipped out on them on like my first gameplay or playthrough, and that essentially meant I spent way too long doing the simple shit. I don't know. Don't get stuck. Okay. Also, this game is mega dark for me. If you ever wonder why I'm looking at a hole or something for a bit longer than you think I should, It's purely because I can't see what it looks like there, and I'm having to turn to my other monitor to see. That's one way to look at it. Feel like I'm blind. There it is. Okay, I know I was missing something. We indeed. Need to Forgotten Temple. This is just good stuff to sell early game. Alright. So sometimes magic crystals worsens our arcane fever. That's not great. I've played a lot of this game, so I'm fine with. I think we can later on. Bunch of books and a bow. I don't have enough learning points. That's right. corpses in the light. They're gone. This machine, why does it seem so familiar? So ice claws can permanently increase my carry weight. By one, which is, you know, cool and all, but like through like 200 hours of playing, I've only found at most 6. Maybe 7, I think. Not the way I meant, but it also works for that. This isn't the camp if I came through, right? Fair, valid. Alright. I forget how I get it to stop. Oh. That's how. You typically can't go from there. Fuck. A lot more than 7 what? Yeah, I said I had... In like my 70 hours of playing, I retrieved about 20. There's like 106 or something if I recall correctly. I'm probably wrong. No. I mean, I might have misspoke. My brain is not here whatsoever. Fuck. Yes, I know. Should have seen that coming. Of course. We have one magic spell. Okay, where did I lose the door? There it is. Not that type of magic. No. What the fuck was that? That was not my focus! Do you have an iPhone, Q? Androids don't use the lightning cable, sorry. Oh my god, that did nothing for way too much. Yeah, I kinda knew that was happening. Didn't claim to be a good one. I'm literally level 0. Damn. you dick. Does Mudman drop mud loot? No. No, my magic's better. Dick. I cannot. I'm dead. Actually, we can later on. We have to go into entropy. Damn it. Getting close. Just trying to make sure there's not more than what I think there is. Okay, I didn't want to have to do this. Damn. That did no damage to him whatsoever. You dick. No, cast it. Fuck. This is how I did it. Never mind. I'm getting close though. I figured it out. No, fuck it. Oh, he doesn't like my hugs. Oh, you dick. Oh, you dick! Fuck, I didn't do my typical or not my typical, my kind of necessary preparation for this. And I gotta level up from it. It starts with the dreams. Started a new beginning. Collect pumpkins to harvest mana. We got a spell book. We got a soul gem. More importantly, we got a bloody skull. Actually, that's not important whatsoever. That's just something fun. It's actually stuff I can sell. Or if I wanted to get into Sonics, I could use that spell. It's not really that worth it to me. Yeah, because we got a level up. I guess that's the best thing from it. The level up, really. There's also those things. 1 out of 100 magic symbols. Oh, that's where I meant. what? You don't want me to be at the hardest difficulty? Yeah. Good. That is what I play this for. Entertainment. Though I am enjoying it. I enjoy dying a lot, and that turns out to be great content. I'm fucked. Oh, never mind. I healed from the level up. I did not expect to survive that encounter. A spell that I can heal from enemies. So that I die from falling down. Oh, fun fact. So if I drink health potions, my sickness increases. But if I just, I don't know, do cabbage, carrot, start to feel a lot better. A lot better. No, it's actually because I'm healing fast in a magical way. Um, that magic class for healing can make me take less sickness per health potion per spell cast. But like, where'd the fun in that be? on, you sneaky bitches! One. 2. That's a no. Again, I never claimed to be a great magician. I did not drink that shit. That's my sickness. Okay, not bad. That's my shirt. I apparently took it off. Oh no, I never put it back on. I died with it on and then I just never equipped it. I'm gonna take those. No, there's nothing in that waterfall. Which would mean nothing in this waterfall. We probably won't get to the town today. I am making sure I don't have to come back to this location. Alright. Oh shit. I thought there was a secret back here, but I couldn't find it. Yeah, there's tons of secrets and shit in this entire game. Alright. Alright. Oh, just the hammer. Alright. That's the first time I have accidentally, or not accidentally, I have on purposefully set that trap, or set off that trap, and it didn't end with me dying. Alright. Yeah, thanks. Alright. Yeah, I'm not gonna deal with that all today. I think I'll take a nice long nap. Helps me see the daylight better. Alright. It does. Alright.
Now would you look at that? I knew I'd seen someone scrambling in the mountains. What brings you here, my sir?
That's a long story. Where am I here? And who are you?
Who am I? Finn Delires, apothecarius by my path. Pleased to meet you. And you are at Sun Coast, in the south of Enderal. Where are you from? But wait, don't tell me. I know that accent. Nerim, isn't it?
There we go. Everything's locked up. At least for the night we should.
Wait a second. Who's that?
Just an adventurer on his way. No reason to worry.
No reason to worry? For heck's sake, Finn. How do you know that this guy isn't with the bandits? You said you'd call me if anyone showed up. And now you're standing here, having a chat with him as if this were the bathing house of Ark.
Lo and behold, we are still alive. Now, is there anything else, Carbos?
I've got my eye on you. Touch any of our stuff, and you'll regret it. Unbelievable.
May I present Carbos, as he lives and breathes. Sorry about that just now. That's just how he is. In any case, if you don't need any more help, I'd suggest you move on. Follow the way east behind the dam house. It'll lead you to a village called Riverville. Ah, here, take this. Truth be told, you don't look so healthy. Your eyes. Ah, well, whatever.
Okay. I'm not necessarily too interested, but knowledge points do help me level up.
Well, what can I tell you? This is the Sun Coast, in the south of and, well, that's pretty much it. To an adventurer, it was once an old trading post, but now it's full of...
No
My
way.
role designated to me by my... not exact. I walk within the... However, below does not mean that it is in any way inferior. Everyone on Enderal does what they do best. And who would know better than the gods?
Thank you, that was not UQ.
I am interested in living the righteous path and to contribute to the well, I didn't come up with it.
Hey.
Yeah, why not? Show me what you've got. Maybe I have some things you can use.
So, for the most part, he is your first cell keep you ever interact with, and well, you kind of want to be able to sell to him as much as you can. I don't know, I picked up heavy armor. Don't really consider myself using that anytime soon. Alright. Oh, I could have given you one of my 4 bows. Let's see, what do you have here that I'm interested in? Ambrosia's alright. His learning books. Q. Should I get into block, elementism, heavy armor, light magic, marksman, mentalism, one-handed, and sneak? If you need a clarification on what one does, I am willing to say so. Whatever gives me Mudman. Sadly, Mudman isn't here. That would be, entropy. However, entropy, is like a band type of magic. Does that make sense? But, I enjoy it with a sneak build. So if you want, I can do a sneak build on top of it. Alright. Oh, that hurts my soul just to be selling ingredients like this. But I was the one who didn't want to go and spend 10 hours on crafting them up. Okay. I don't need that anymore. I don't plan on using that. Oh, I need that. I did, because I had an extra one. I already used the one I originally found and talked about. So I didn't need the one I had in my inventory. Yeah. I don't need beer. Yeah, I'll sell that. Alright. That's it for now. Thanks for your help.
Don't mention it. I wish you a quick recovery and safe roads. Walk blessed. Carbos, do we need the still tomorrow? Or can I clean all the tools?
So I can't continue because I actively have to talk to him about my arcane fever. No matter if I actually take an ambrosia myself.
Hmm? By the righteous path? What happened to you? You look as if...
Actually. Can I take anything else from here? Don't touch my stuff, I'll blast you. But also...
Don't get on my nerves.
Oh, trust me, it's useful. Stops me from getting sick. I didn't break it by getting in and out of cutscene with them, right? Okay, you know what? When was this there? That was with him bugged.
By the righteous
Oh.
path? What happened to you? You look as if you've met the Black Guardian himself.
Yeah, I suddenly have this kind of fever. Do you have anything that could... Any idea what it could be?
Fever? Well, there could be many causes. Wait a moment. I think I still have some grunt root. That should be enough to ease your pain, at least for now. Take a seat at the fire. The warmth might help you.
Oh, so now we're brewing potions for complete strangers.
Well...
No,
if the
it's my
strangers
fever.
are about to die of fever, then you...
The worse my fever gets,
There was
the
that oath we swore once, remember?
the worse
help
my
the
vision gets.
afflicted, to...
Whatever.
Thank you. Gruntroots, Gruntroots. Ah, here we go. So, let's see. Sheer cap, some water. Ha! Done. I can't make any promises,
Shit.
but...
Finn, the still.
Explosion. I'm not sure.
Oh, that'd be great, wouldn't it?
Ha ha.
They've hit me.
Do something, damn it! Do something! Oh no! Oh, sod it!
Do I really have to watch every step you take? That was a fucking close call.
Hey, I'm sorry, all right. We'll pick up a new one in Ark.
Yeah, and you're paying for it. Here I thought this bloody day couldn't get any worse.
This day isn't getting any better. Here, drink this. It'll help you. See, you already look a lot better. Still, you should let a priest take a look at that fever as soon as possible. The grunt root potion will wane in a few days.
Thanks, but what in the blazes just happened there?
What? You mean the still? Bad quality and too much heat, I'd wager. But, yeah, whatever will be, will be.
Yeah, we should. Oh well. The explosion, the voices, they were yours.
Explosion? I'm not sure I follow.
Oh, that'd be great, wouldn't it? Finn Dalaris died in 8234. Cause of death, exploding still.
Ha ha. Look, I really don't know what you're talking about. Maybe...
Wait a second. What was that?
Last I checked, there was nothing alive over there.
I could have sworn I saw something moving over there. Oh shit!
What the? Carbos!
They've hit me, Finn. Those bastards. They've hit me.
Yeah, I'm pretty positive. Looked like it came from the
Carbos,
mountaintops, actually.
Do something, damn it!
Never mind. There is no way to change this cutscene. I've tried.
Now look at that. Our mysterious survivor has awoken.
What? Where am I? Who are you?
Jaspar Matumiel Delveric. Jaspar for short. And you, my friend, are at my very own campsite. Before you ask, yes, the bandits killed both of the apothecary. The only reason you're still alive is that the impact of the explosion threw you right into the thicket. Most of your injuries are only superficial, but your fever, well, it's a different story.
How do you know about the apothecary? Were you there when they attacked?
I was on the perimeter, and no, I didn't help for two reasons. One, I was outnumbered. Two, I'm quite fond of my entrails. I wish I had a more heroic answer, but I don't. Sorry.
Wait, what do you know about my fever?
Quite a lot, actually. You're suffering from Arcanist's fever. Honestly, I'm surprised the old apothecarius didn't see that. Let me guess, you're suddenly capable of doing things you previously knew only from the Bard songs, right? You're unusually strong, you have reflexes like a cat, and drinking potions or any kind of magically infused substance leaves a bitter afterglow in your head.
Yeah. That bitter afterglow sucks.
Well then, congratulations. Your magical talent just blossomed. A bit late, given your age, but it happens. Put simply, the fever
So
is
this
the result
explains
of your
our skill
body not
tree,
being able to cope with it.
essentially.
It's not much of a problem for now, but if you don't let an Arcanist treat you sometime soon, things are going to get grim.
So an Arcanist will be able to cure this fever?
Contain it, not cure it. From here on out, you're always going to be a little more sensitive than someone without magical gifts. But that's tolerable compared to what your magic will allow you to do.
What's this? What do you mean by a little sensitive?
Prone to certain conditions. As I said, your fever will get worse if you drink healing potions. But you'll also be a lot more susceptible to nightmares and those kinds of things. Also, you should be very cautious of areas with magical contamination, such as Thalgard in the east.
Huh. If I contain the fever, but let it get worse, what are the consequences?
At first, diffuse headaches, general unease. Later on, your eyesight will blur, your limbs will grow weak, you'll get a maddening itch all over your body. If you leave it untreated for too long, you'll either die or turn into an Orbaya.
Wait, it can kill me? What's an Orbea?
Yes, it can kill you. Everything has its price, as the wise hermit likes to say. And an Orbaya is basically a giant undead version of yourself with tumors and pus all over your body. Just never let the fever get to you.
Me or the guy? Are there any other remedies?
Well, there's ambrosia, but for an uncontained fever,
Thank you, Q.
it'll only postpone the symptoms.
There will be a lot of this,
Later,
because
you
I
can drink it
enjoy
whenever the
doing
fever
this
gets
with this
worse.
game.
The stuff looks and tastes like undead sweat, and is bloody expensive, but it's the only thing that really helps.
Huh. What about these visions? Are they also caused by the fever?
You have visions?
For lack of a better word, yes. Ever since I've had this fever, I get these strange premonitions of things, which are about to happen. Are they also a symptom?
Not that I know of. The only visions I've ever had are those that come along with a good pipe of peaceweed. You know what? As I said, someone needs to contain your fever as soon as possible. And as it happens, I know people. But in return, I want you to tell me everything. What did you do in that temple? And what's the story with those visions? I can't put my finger on it, but there's something strange about you, and that intrigues me. What do you say?
Treatment for information. Alright.
Well, then, the stage is yours. I see. My condolences for your loss. So, let me summarize. You somehow survived getting thrown into the open sea, and while you were half dead, had this dream in which you saw burnt bodies and a blinding light?
Yep. But it wasn't just a dream. It was more like a memory. The temple I saw in it was the same one in that valley.
Huh. You also said that your magic didn't develop gradually, as it usually does, but all at once, right?
Right. After I washed up on the shore, yes. Together with these visions.
Well, that's quite the story. I guess you know how absurd it sounds, but for some reason, I believe you. I've met a lot of liars in my life, and you aren't one of them. All right, it's settled then. I'll introduce you to my employer and ask him to treat you. Before we leave, however, there's something else I need to take care of, and I can use a hand. The sooner we get that done, the sooner we can make for Ark.
What's Ark?
Ark? The capital of this country? Walls high as towers of iron-hard stone rest alone in the mountains in granite enthroned. Never decaying, the ages surveying, guarded by Malthus, and blah 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 blah, and so on and so forth. You're going to see it soon.
Alright, I'll help you. The faster I get rid of this fever, the better.
Splendid. You'll need some information before you can help me, though. I take it the fact that Vin has seen better times hasn't eluded your attention, has it? For the last 2 years, there have been wars and unrest everywhere. And even though in Enderal there's officially peace, there are peculiar things happening here, too. Normally docile animals and patirs attacking wanderers in the open. The dead awakening in hordes. It's unsettling, to say the least. The strangest thing, however, is the Red Madness.
Do you think this chaos could be in any way related to the rumors about the Lightborn's death? Everyone in Niram talks about it.
Yeah, the rumors. I've heard them too. And I could indeed imagine that they're true. That there's a connection, yes.
Then you actually believe that someone did kill the gods? The Lightborn?
As I said, maybe. If you ask me, the Lightborn were never more than imposters anyway. False gods.
And here I thought the Endelarians were the most pious people in the civilized world.
Oh, I'm hardly representative. I've seen that a long life is only one of the things powerful magic can achieve. And the false deity theory isn't that new, after all, is it? Seriously, say the Lightborn really are as mighty as the revelations say they are. Wouldn't they have the power to call down lightning on me right here and right now, to punish me for my insolence? No. The Lightborn were immortal kings, and that's all. At least, that's how I see it. I hope I didn't hurt your feelings.
Far from it.
Splendid. You never know. But we digress.
Right, you mentioned something about a Red Madness?
Yeah. It's some kind of mental illness that makes people lose their mind. Just a couple of weeks ago, there was a smith in Ark who butchered his entire family. He was drunk, but that doesn't explain why he screamed things like, "Fear the light," while he was doing it. Or a young woman, Noble Pat, who set her own house on fire while her family was asleep. Now, you might say that these kinds of things happen, but by now there have been more than a dozen incidents in a very short period of time. The fact that the afflicted's eyes glow red while they go rampant has made people call the disease Red Madness. Thing is, some weeks ago it happened again, only this time it was a magister from the Holy Order itself.
A magister?
A teacher who instructs the novices aspiring to become keepers. His name was Yarrow, a man with more than 60 winters on his back.
What did he do?
Well, according to the sole survivor, he entered the teaching room that day as usual. But instead of giving his lecture on alchemy, he gave a strange kind of speech where he kept going on about how mankind is corrupted and that it has succumbed to the void. And his eyes started glowing, he locked the door and blew himself up in a magical explosion.
So what's your role in this? You said you work for the Order? But I take it you're no monk.
I'm not one for vows and austerity, so no, I'm no keeper. My specialty is recovering lost things. Treasures, tomes, memories, and the like. And the Order hired me to do just that. They want to know how a man like Yarrow would fall victim to the Red Madness. And thus, if there's something like a pattern to this malady.
You're after his motives? But how can I help you with that? I don't know anything about that magister.
Doesn't matter. Yarrow grew up in a small village not far from here. And according to the Order, he visited it quite often after his partner died. What I want your help with is finding clues as to why he did what he did. What do you think?
Sounds like a plan.
Great. First of all, I want you to travel to Riverville and talk to an old man named Alfred, a childhood friend of Yarrow's. Ask him what he makes of the incident, and whether he has any explanation for it. Secondly, a farm boy told me that he saw Yarrow throw something into the sea during his last visit there. The winds have been blowing inland the last couple of days, so go search the shoreline and see if it washed up. I myself will take a look at the house Yarrow grew up in. Ah, and here. This is a map of the region. Yarrow's house is at the blue dot. So, unless there's anything else, I'd say let's step to it. Just meet me at the farm when you're done.
Okay. So, one of the reasons why I let that continue for quite some time is because this here is actually my favorite NPC in the game. I have yet to meet someone up to this standard. Yeah. Look, he's got a great face. That's all I'll say there. He is one of the 2 romanceable options. You say that to everyone I seem to like you. But we will not be doing that. And even though it's back a bit, I'm going to grab something from the 2 apothecary that died. I'd rather you stab my feelings than let me stab or make me stab him. Oh. Oh. You slicey. Nope. Almost. Never mind. Nice. Also, thank you, Q. Not that I really needed your permission, but, I'm happy to know I'm not gonna have to be arguing about it with you. Yeah, that is what I'll need. Good. I appreciate the blessing, because otherwise I'd have to play the, I'd have to go back to my old save. Just because I can check it real quick. I don't think there's bandits over here. The bushes are the bandits. A tree decided it was going to use one of its own branches to shoot a wooden arrow. That was just a stick that had fallen off of it, like how we lose a hangnail. My better answer? It's for a cutscene you can't skip, no matter how much you want to. That is also why I traded with Finn as much as I could to get the learning points. Because they are quite useful. Also, there's a whole book here called The Butcher of Ark. I will not be going around to collect these, because there are full written books, and the only thing you get for collecting them is an achievement, and I already have that achievement. Been there, done that, don't need to do it again. If you want to go look up what is all in that, then go ahead. That is up to you. I will not know what is in those books, because what I have read is that apparently the Butcher of Ark likely was under the Red Madness, meaning the entire time he was writing it, he was insane. So we have no clue what was a hallucination and what wasn't. That said, that's where I'm gonna end it here, folks. join us next time for more Jasper Chaos. See you Sunday, yeah. And to hopefully get to Rivervale with a good chance of us hitting Arc as well. I say a good chance, I don't know how much that chance is. Alright. And with that, we have a very special duck to raid. Thank you guys so much for watching. I will see y'all Sunday. And with that, I say bye-bye. I need sleep.